Hello, hello. Ooh. Just as I start. Just as I predicted. Just as we set up to actually happen. Hello, Starly. Let me go over to a thing here. There we go. That would be the camera thing. But obviously it's not the camera thing. Moment. Because as it says there, I am not feeling as wonderful as I could do. And you may notice some differences, and hopefully you won't notice some other differences. Howdy Stallion, hello DJMB, and everybody else for raiding. Thank you for doing a raid, Stallion. I would do a shout out now, but obviously I've just started. So yeah, you may be able to hear a difference in the microphone. Hello, West. Yeah, you may be able to hear a difference in the microphone. That's because I'm using a different audio interface thing, because usually, well, you can see where I usually do my streams from, my desk and stuff like that. I'm not there right now. I am currently on my bed because I'm very sleepy, Katie. Also, I'm a very ill-feeling Katie. So yeah, that also means that I'm going over Wi-Fi as well. So it shouldn't be a problem since I'm on my own Wi-Fi. The last time I was streaming on Wi-Fi was like the shared Wi-Fi, and that obviously wasn't a good time for streaming. But I'm currently on my own Wi-Fi, and it keeps itself going fairly well. But yeah, so I don't have my second monitor up, so everything's kind of crammed onto one screen, and there's a lot going on that you can't see that's different, but hopefully it won't make a big problem. Oh yeah, and I've got a big followers thing on the screen now, so there we go. I found a thing which could do it maybe a little bit more reliably than the other thing that I was using. Funnily enough, they're both from Streamlabs, but this one might work a little better. We'll have to find out. But yeah, at the moment I'm feeling tired, as may be obvious by the yawning, and as I said, just kind of feeling sick, really. When I was kind of up and trying to do some things earlier, I was actually kind of feeling more and more sick. So I decided that, maybe actually properly sitting up wasn't a good thing at the moment. And that since I wasn't feeling as sick when I was lying down, I thought I'd stay here and I'd stream from here, so it should be mostly okay. I mean, what I thought we'd do, since we have a bit of a backlog in a way of Amiga Power magazines, because we weren't looking at the magazines while we were playing along with the the cover discs then. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at that. So here we have Amiga Power, and this is, I don't think we looked at this one before, Amiga Power issue 2 from June of 1991. What is the secret of Monkey Island? These folks know, and they're not telling. There we go, 8 pages packed to overflowing with great tips. So yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to be doing today or whatever, but You'll just have to see, but yeah, you can see at the top here we've got 108 pages, so it's not as big as the other magazines we've been looking for. Of course, we have a Peter Molyneux again. Hello, Peter Molyneux. Bob and Populous 2. What is Bob? I don't know. With a big non-secret behind games, oh dear. Yeah, this was the game. We did play a bit of this game when it came up, Kid Gloves. Remember the very psychedelic looking thing. And it was a full game available. It says never released on budget. Funky, very funky. Yes. We got some other things here. It's a barg. They tried to come up with their own slang, I'm sure. I'm sure nobody else has ever said barg for bargain. But here we are. Yeah, we saw this, I think, in the last Amiga Power magazines. The ape turning into an earth, which turns into a tank, which turns into a plane, I think, maybe. And then a cow person on a horse. But yeah, here's your cover. No, not cover. What do you call it? Index? No. Contents. That's the one. Here's your contents for here. So we're gonna look through all of this. It's Peter Molyneux. Totes great barg, yeah. Peter Molyneux always looks smug. I mean, when he's taking a casual shot, he looks smug. When he's taking just a normal headshot, he looks smug. It's just the way of Peter Molyneux, really. Oh dear. But yeah, he's had a lot of interesting and good games and very strange experiments. Didn't he do that one like a few years ago? Probably more than a few years ago, of this cube thing you could hack away at or something like that. I can't quite remember, but he's done a lot of things. Some more successful than others, but that's the way of things, isn't it? But yeah, so he played this before, but you can kind of see what we've got here. So this was the game, basically platforming, collecting things, just trying to get through to the next thing, and you use keys to get through these vine things and whatever. And yeah, this was like the start or near the start here. I don't think I got very far through this. There's a grumpy giant looking person there, and then there's all this happening. Okay, says, where does it mention the ogres then? That's strange, because it says here snake. Just like the ogre, the snake does little more than bounce up and down, but it never mentions what the ogre does as far as I can see. Very odd. But yeah, if we had got far enough, we would have gone to a shop where you meet that lady from Star Trek, The Next Generation. Was it Deanna Troi? Looks very much like her, doesn't it? But anyway, Death Coin free, cool. I want a Death Coin. Meet the kid. Here we go. It just reminded me of a song, I don't know if you ever heard it, because it's a fairly old song now, but it's that, here we go again, here we go to the temple of distraction. That one. I may have just reminded you of a song that you'd forgotten a long time ago. But there we go. And yeah, some other stuff, and there was different levels which you didn't get to. But Borders of Ancient Egypt, The West Coast, 1967, Psychedelia, oh gosh. We got London, 1876, Industrial Revolution. Then a lonely place in the Ice Age. So it looks like the kid goes about everywhere. Oh, the death coin is the thing that they carry around and just throws around. Okay. Then they can throw flames, and they can throw a Death Star and a Mega Laser. Why they do strange things like this, I don't know. Well, what do you mean, kid? Those wouldn't allowed. I'm not doing the accent. I don't feel like I could do the accent well enough. Oh, but look, they were in Bath. Oh, that's the Amiga Power. Yeah, we've got some fancy golf action going on over here. Some fancy, very bright clothes. Yeah, zoom back out, zoom back out, zoom back in. So what are you looking at here? We can spend a little more time looking at things this time because the what you call it, the thing isn't quite as thing. Yeah, I've got more time and the thing isn't quite as long here. I just want to make sure, can people hear me okay? Because as I said, the mic quality is definitely different at the moment, so as long as it's okay for people, that's good. Watch out, Mario Brothers, here comes Sonic. Okay, here we go. Sega reckons that its spiky new hero will knock Nintendo's Mario and Luigi off their mantle when it's launched on the Sega Mega Drive console this summer. Initial reports are that the company is coming alarmingly close with Sonic the Hedgehog, featuring a dreamy control system, plenty of character, and a highly detailed and well-thought-out arcade adventure scenario. What has this got to do with the Amiga? Well, it could be everything. For rumour has it, the US goal to secure the license to convert this potential blockbuster to the home computer formats, which never happened. So there we go. Here we go. It's not about spiders. What's this? Arachnophobia. Look, whatever you've heard, it's not about spiders, okay? Is this actually of the film Arachnophobia? I never actually saw that, but apparently this is a game. That's another thing, as I was saying, if this is a, oh yeah, you may remember the film, there we go. Classic comedy thriller in the Jaws mould, which struggled mainly because the high spider content put viewers off. Well, this is something we may have to look at when I'm looking at what you call it, the thing that I was going to do with, you know, the movie tie-in game, things like that. So this is a thing for me to pay attention to. It's Bonanza Bros. We've kind of seen things mentioned about Bonanza Bros. Already. Don't think we've played it at the moment, but there we go. TV Vamp. Business simulation. Jokey, user-friendly little game. The boss of a struggling TV station. Weird. And there's another thing about a puzzle game there. Okie doke. Yep, Shanghai 2, another Mahjong game. What else do we have? Is this R-Type? It looks like R-Type down here. Yep, R-Type 2, there we go. The good guy spaceship, hurrah! And there we go across here. The backdrop scrolls in a parallax kind of way. Oh dear, my word. Well, apparently they use this kind of language in this magazine, so There we go. Then on 2, 3 Stooges. Interesting. Well, there we go. What's the Amiga Power Rock Hard Quiz? Oh dear, the Rock Hard Quiz in issue 1 was perhaps a little too hard. Harder than intended, that's for sure. The answer to the 4th question wasn't in that very true story as stated. It should have been, but it ended up in this month's instead. Oh dear. So, the adventurous new system makes its debut in Magnetic Scroll's latest. Okay. It's Judgment Day for the team behind the conversion of which Sega arcade machine? Well, I guess I know what that's going to be. Which title comes from a bald guy with a vibrating hand? What? Okay. Where would you be welcomed to the dungeons of Drax? And the fate of Atlantis is in the hands of attention to detail. But what did they do before they started working days? I don't know, but it said the solutions on page 15. Unless that's the solutions for the previous thing. I don't know. Oh. Jeff Mint has a new Amiga game, but you won't be able to buy it. Don't fret. This isn't bad news. In fact, it's the opposite. You see, Lamatron, as it is known, which was a very flashy game if you remember, is a shareware game. You can get it for free. All he asks is if you like it, you send him a $5. Yeah, and in return they bung some other games in or whatever. There we go. Continuing the series, which we are gratuitously horrible to some of the great software atrocities of our time. There's something strange in the neighbourhood. It's probably a copy of Ghostbusters 2. Oh dear. It's utterly bewildering. Activision thought they could get £25 for it. What you actually got for your money is 2 discs packed to the brim with excellent sampled music, digitised film stills, atmospheric interest sequences, and that's it. Yeah. Oh gosh. If it left you thinking, I'm sure there's something they've forgotten here. That's right, kids, they forgot the game. Sub-games. Third section that made no sense whatsoever unless you'd seen the movie first. If you hadn't, you'd be dead inside 15 seconds. Well, let's see if we can get to that when we do get to the game and such. Ooh. But, yeah, there we go for, all that. Oh, there's a Chaos. Hello, Chaos. I hope you're okay. I'm a bit rough today. Just to repeat, just in case anybody didn't hear at the start, I'm very tired, as you can probably tell. And I'm also just kind of feeling a little bit sick for some reason, and I don't know why that is. So currently, I'm lying on my bed doing the stream rather than sitting up on my desk. Oh, okay. Is that for good things or bad things or both, kind of? But yeah, currently I'm streaming over Wi-Fi from my bed, but it should be okay. Hopefully. So we have, what's it, Double Dragon 3. Look over here. And then we have Rodland over here, which is another game, which I don't think we've really seen very much of. Oh, yep. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Chaos. Ocean has secured the licenses to 2 new films. First, which will appear last, is the long-awaited big screen version of The Addams Family. Apparently, we're packed full of famous faces, including Back to the Future star Christopher Lloyd. And then the other one's Bruce Willis there. Natural ask wasn't that big, but it's a temporary change to your routine with little notice. Yeah, I know, I wouldn't like that either. Okay, so this is the rock hard quiz answers. Doesn't look like it's from this issue, so this is from the previous issue. Oh yes, the link is the fact that all 5 feature heroines. So Golden Axe, yeah, there is a lady you can play in that. And there's a lady you can play in Hammer Fist as well. Barbarian 2, don't know that. Night Shift, don't know that. Wonderland, don't know that one. But here we go. Is one's here. Oops. Amiga Repairs. Predator. Oh look. So the Gallop charts. Who would play a game without ladies? Indeed. I did play the Addams Family game. Yes, I did. And I managed to get through it as well, which was good. So yes, it's this date in 1991. Fantasy World Dizzy was top selling. Came from number 5 up to number 1 apparently. Yeah, these are the ones here. Oh look, Treasure Island Dizzy was up here as well. Oh, look, another Codemasters one. Little Puff. Oh look, CJ, another Codemasters one. So, but yeah, quite a lot. Oh dear, I don't think it does. Let's see, what have we got? Let's just go through them and see. So Speedball 2, that's a little kind of futuristic sports game. Lemmings, you should know. PGA Tour Golf, wow, fascinating. Swiv, that's a shoot 'em up. The gimmick of that was that it just kind of continually loaded from the disc, so it didn't load separate levels, it would just load sections in bit by bit as you kind of scrolled up. Final Whistle, don't know. Viz, yeah, we're kind of ignoring Viz when it comes up. If you know about Viz, you'll know why. Forgotten Worlds, not sure about that one. And as I said, these two, I know those. Power Up Compilation, not sure what's in that. Gods, I think I saw a bit of that. Super Hang-On, that's a bike game. Rocket Ranger, don't know. Kickoff, football game. Yogi Bear and Friends in The Greed Monster. Okay, that'll be an interesting one to find out for our Chicago. I don't think they had Chicago Syndicate for the Amiga, but yeah, so I'll do like a films and like TV shows and kind of other thing tie-ins, because sometimes there's strange things like how Robocod had the chocolate bar tie-in going on, so probably do a bit of all that kind of thing. We'll definitely miss some, but never mind. Turrican 2, a good little platforming, shooting kind of thing. Has great music. Barbie, I don't know if they had any Barbie ones on the Amiga. R-Type, you should know. Daley Thompson's Olympic Challenge. You can guess what that is. Ninja Rabbits. Wow. Don't think I've ever heard of that. Bard's Tale 3. I think from the title you can kind of get an idea of what it's like. I mean, I don't really know too much like what it's like, but there we go. Super Monaco GP, obviously racing game. Oh, our first flight sim here, F-19 Stealth Fighter. Oh, NAM, oh dear. War game, yeah, I'm skipping over some of them now. Fast Food, oh look, Fast Food got here as well. So another football game, oh, Moonwalker. Oh, the original Speedball here as well. So you can see the charts kind of held on to older games quite well here. FC Manager, probably a football game. Oh yeah, if you want to know where the microphone is at the moment, currently it's just like sitting on my chest as I'm lying down here. Oh dear. Super Grand Prix, yeah, another one. A10 Tank Killer, yeah, another war game thing. Panzer Kickboxing, interesting. Outrun. Miami Chase, another racing game, I think. Not sure actually. Could be, may not be. Hong Kong Phooey, yep, that's another cartoon tie-in thing. Yeah, another flight sim here. Wonderland, whatever that was, by Virgin there. Aces of the Great War, that's probably going to be another flight sim, I'd imagine. Tracksuit Manager. What? Das Boot. Maybe of the film, maybe not, I don't know. Let's see what else we have here. World Snooker, yes, Steve Davis, British snooker player, Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge. So yeah, that's another car there, I think, stars to put onto the Amiga roster of cars. Tracksuit Manager, maybe. Strike Force Harrier. I don't know if that's going to be a arcadey kind of playing thing or a sim or not. I don't know. Jaws? Well, they have a Jaws one as well. That's another one to write down. Monster Pack. Ooh. Axel's Magic Hammer. Afterburner, that's definitely an arcadey flight thing. M1 Tank Platoon, yeah. Pro Tennis Tour, Robocop 2 is definitely one I've already got on the list. FA-18 Interceptor, that was a pack-in with one of the Amiga boxed packs. So you got your Amiga along with FA-18 Interceptor. I think that was the one with like I don't know, I think that was on the New Zealand story and whatever in as well. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, of course. Wacky Darts, oh dear. Trivia Game Show. I'm not sure if that was one we played or not, but there's that. Advanced Destroyer, so that's some kind of military thing. Lotus Esprit, Ferrari, F40 and Porsche. Yeah. There was, I think, one other one. The Lambo was in there as well, wasn't it? Slightly. Wheels of Fire, probably another racing game there. Leather Goddesses of Phobos. I've never played it, but it's always kind of stood out, as you can imagine. A lot less common than Lambo, okay. Wings, probably another flight thing. Arkanoid 2. But yeah, we're probably going to have to look at Leather Goddesses at some point because obviously it kind of, it really just stands out, doesn't it? As I think that is, as I've mentioned before, the whole MC Frontalot in his song It's Pitch Dark mentions is no SM Goddesses ever gave you pause to think. I think it's probably, this is what he's referring to there. Toyota Celica, there we go, another one for you. I think that's another one. I get confused about what I've already read and haven't, but there we go. Supercars, another racing. I think that's the one we saw, wasn't it? With the cows racing around. Ferrari, another one here, yeah. Whizball, yeah, we got Whizball on there, cool. And Elvira, which we could get working on the demo disc, but we'll have to look at some point as well, because that's another little, sexy woman game, so... Yeah, I think the Celica comes up. North and South, I think that's like the American Civil War game as well. So yeah, lots of games about fighting and war and things like that, but they're kind of popular nowadays. They're just FPSs mostly nowadays though. So this is kind of gone back in time a bit with this magazine because we've got the original Atari links here. Oh yeah, if you see me trying to zoom and my pointer just moves, whatever, it's just the way it works on this trackpad or the way it doesn't work on this trackpad. And you can see this is like an old version of the Special Reserve thing. Yeah, because the Special Reserve later on kind of just had that box over here with all the different games, which had like Shadow the Beast 2 and whatever, and the Teenage Queen, whatever that one is. Haven't figured out yet. But here we go. I like this. NRG Cyberzine. XS NRG. Oh, gosh. But, okay, so the Screen Gems pack for the Amiga 500 included, obviously, the Amiga 500. TV modulator, so you could actually, use it. A mouse, fantastic. No joystick I'm noticing here. Back to the Future 2, Days of Thunder, Beast 2, and Deluxe Paint 2, and Nightbreed. So yeah, quite a lot of stuff on there. But it says Screen Gems. Back to the Future, definitely a movie. Days of Thunder, I think that was a movie as well. Shadow the Beast, not a movie. Nightbreed, don't think that was a movie either. But there we go, and here's our array of joysticks and other kind of things. Look at the colour of that. It's a great one. I would have probably chosen I probably wouldn't have chosen the pink ones because, you know, back in the day when I thought I was cis, I wouldn't have picked the pink one, but now I would definitely pick the pink one. If I was going to choose out of those back then, I think I'd probably give something like, ooh, this one over here or this one over here instead. Back row, left to right. Competition Pro, extra glow green. Apparently it's extra glow red, but it looks very pink. It looks painted on your all favourite movies, yeah. Gosh. Imagine if Bob Ross made a movie. Be kind of like that. But yeah, here we go. All this stuff. Oh, and I actually got a picture of the Game Gear up, and you can phone for the availability and the price, though. Pro Flight, yeah, got another flight thing. This is the people, we saw their pictures last time here. But yeah, there's those people again. The Secret of Monkey Island. It's a game we're going to have to probably eventually get onto at some point. But people probably know about Monkey Island. Coming to an Amiga screen near you. Indeed. Lords of Chaos. A mere selection of the mysterious beasts on offer. Very mysterious. I mean, you've got an elephant, a lion. Of course, you've got these other things over here as well. The Pegasuses and dragons and goblins and orcs and things. I don't know what this is. That's an interesting looking friend right there. Not sure what that's supposed to be. I have not played Monkey Island before. I've played some point and clicks before, but I have not played Monkey Island. Oh, we've got a crocodile, scorpion, centaur. Could be. It's very, very short in the body, though, doesn't it? Oh, we've got demons. Oh, look at that spooky ghost. Or spider, sorry about that, West. And anybody else who doesn't like it. I would really like it. That's cool. But yeah, I played some other point and click things, and we're definitely going to get onto them at some point. But as I said, we've kind of got a lot of other things I kind of want to show as well. So we'll get to them. Maybe that's kind of my next thing after the whole movie, film, and whatever tie-ins is going to be like point and click things. Maybe something like that. Maybe we can start with some of the ones that I have played and move on to some other ones and that. Yeah, so it looks like... I don't know, how do you control things here? Possums, all that should matter. I know, there's very few possum games though, and you know this, Chaos. So I guess this is look at, do various things and such. All spells, oh, these are spells, are they? Okay. And when you're playing it, you have some stats and things. Interesting. I don't know all of this that is going on here. But yeah, you can do all these different things here. Throw at, fire at, eat, drop. All the kind of things you'd imagine, really. Gosh. Oh, this is Wonderland. This is a thing I didn't know about. Oh, of course. Of course, it's Wonderland. What was it going to be? But this is kind of an interesting hybrid text and graphic adventure kind of thing. It's even got its own kind of little operating system thing going on. It's interesting. All you do all day is mail angry letters to companies for their lack of possums, indeed. Well, I'll have to think, if I ever make another game, I'll have to try and include a possum at least in it. But yeah, so there we go. This doesn't quite look like the Wonderland I'm imagining. Do they have horses in Wonderland? But yeah, I like the kind of like inventory, blue dress, shoes, white apron. So it's very Alice-like. 20 well, we'll have to see if I ever do again. Which I probably will at some point, but it's one of those things like these things come in cycles when I feel like doing certain things. I still have to do my what do you call it? My album, which is okay. So I'll do a tease of part of my album here for you, for everybody. This is going to be a tease, a part of my album, to let you know what part of it at least is going to sound like. Maybe I'll tease a couple of songs. Yeah, most of them are kind of like rock-ish. What else do we have? Let me see. Is this the one I'm thinking of? So you're getting exclusive behind-the-scenes Katie content here, as long as it actually plays and things like this through, because it should work. This is very, very rough, very early draft, by the way, so excuse the not quite as high quality as I can get it in the future. Of course there will be lyrics here, but I haven't recorded them yet. So there you go, that's a part of one of the songs here. As I said, it needs a lot of work doing on it, but there's that one there. Oh, what's the one I'm thinking of? This is the one I'm thinking of. It's kind of a very interesting kind of sound it's got to it at the moment. Might stay the same, might change. Cool. When it loads up. So you got this one. Some of these are placeholder instruments in there at the moment. On the next verse I drop out the guitar so it's not as loud. You can hear the other bits behind at the moment. And so on. And I'll just tease one more after this. This is obviously those ones are kind of rockish. Actually, what are we gonna do? Maybe a couple. Let me see if I can find the one I'm thinking of. No, don't save. We're okay on that at the moment. So yeah, I'll tease a couple more. So those are obviously kind of more rocky, more rock influenced ones and stuff like this. This other one has a slightly different feel to it. See, as you can tell, early mixes and stuff. What you may not be able to hear amongst the guitars there, because I haven't mixed it, so you can hear it at the moment, but it has this in the background. there you go. That's another one of the ones. And the last one I'm actually going to show off today is, what is it? Oh gosh, what's it called? This one, which came out a lot different than I was kind of expecting it to, but in that way is kind of good. So I've recorded some guitar to go along, but I'm going to take that out and just kind of play it kind of from the start here. I'll get to the chat later on. This is a very, very good song. As I said, this is all kind of a rock opera, so there's a story going through all these songs as well. Excuse me. But yeah, lots of work needs to still be done on all of these songs and such like that. But that was a little demonstration of kind of what I'm working on at the moment. Right. As there wasn't a lot of chat going on when I was doing this. So you have an we have a jam, we have a good music is good. We also have, so when is my metal album coming out? Well, this obviously, as you could probably hear, is not a metal album. I need to play my kind of vocals to do that and come up with some like sick riffs and stuff for that to actually happen. But yeah, you're ready for it. Yeah, let me see. You will buy that album. Sorry, I kind of, all my windows are hiding now. Oh no, that's not what I want. I want that, I want that. I also want that one. There we go. So we've been looking at this blurry thing while this has gone on. But yeah, maybe I'll do that. But I want to get this this one album sorted out before I kind of do anything else, because, you know, it's been, as I said, in my head for years now. And it's, you know, the process of getting out is difficult. But yeah, so this is an interesting thing. I think I said the directions. Oh, so it's kind of like one of the text adventure things. You've got various exits. You got your inventory. You got items in the room. So yeah, it's like text adventures, giving you a little bit more information as well. Even gives you a map. Wow. As is Wonderland, minus the splendid graphics, does, it must be said, begin to look more like mediocre land. Sorry about that. So apparently you have a wiggly waggly path. That's good. And apparently it's good at figuring out complex sentences as well. There's a rabbit hole somewhere, or I can go through the mirror, I don't know. Obviously there's some whole Alice in Wonderland thing going on here, but it's also got other stuff, it seems. Oh, here we go, this is more Alice in Wonderland. I don't know exactly what scene we're looking at here, but I said the Duchess's house, apparently. Scene of all that business with the pots and pans, the baby that turns into a piglet and the pepper. Okay. Not familiar with that myself, but I'm sure some people watching will know. Yeah, we have some things, we have some graphics, we have some text, compass and other stuff. You'll never need another piece of squared paper again. A map is automatically constructed as you go. And you can move straight to any location by double-clicking on it. Wow. Okay. The best Amiga magazine in the world, apparently. Is this Amiga format? Yes, it's saying Amiga format. So this is the one that had archipelagos on the cover. You remember this game? I don't know if we saw this. Oh, that was a vaccine. Yeah, that was a vaccine. So yeah, this is, we did see that. But yeah, I definitely remember archipelagos. I think a lot of games can be in this this area can be described as interesting but a bit weird. Switchblade, yes. Well, this is Switchblade 2 specifically, but it's definitely a thing we need to look at as well at some point. Gosh. Yes, I think the hero is actually called Hero, but spelled a bit different, if I remember right. I don't know if they've actually mentioned that here or not, but let's have a look. Hill Street Blues, oh gosh. It's definitely a TV tie-in, isn't it? You've never heard, because they've never actually watched a single episode of the TV series which is based on. Actual game, it's more like Sim City. Put you in control of a city precinct. You play Captain Furillo. Zipping around the scrolling of the map. Okay. Hill Street Blues is a Jekyll and Hyde kind of game. Oh dear. Okay. So, interesting things going on here. Oh dear. I just saw a thing over here, but apparently these are the people on the show. So if you know Hill Street Blues, maybe you'll know these people already. These are the programmers, apparently. Hard Woman Bates is Coffee's patrol partner. Undercover cop Belka growls and bites people. Narcotics cop and serious hard case. I've seen this person before, though. Coffee is the street's resident Italian stallion, of course. Furillo's girly, oh dear, and local district attorney. Well, hurrah, the father figure of the whole street team. Now, part cop, part bleeding heart liberal wimp, oh gosh. Oh dear. Bobby Hill partners the rather different Renko. Hunter's the SWAT chief and part-time fascist. Oh dear. Renko's a redneck who's not very good with girls and famous for chewing matchsticks and I don't know what the means. Maybe there's nothing other than chewing matchsticks, or maybe there is something considerably more than chewing matchsticks. I don't know. Well, I don't know the TV show well enough, and yeah. So who reviewed? Yeah, who reviewed? Didn't say who reviewed this. I can't see it here myself. Because we'll know who to watch out for when if we can find out who reviewed it. Doesn't say. Yeah. But as far as I can see, it doesn't say who reviewed it. But if you can see on here, at all. There we go. I don't think they actually name who reviewed it. Oh well, but 3D construction kit, we had a look at this at some point. So you can get the idea of what it's like from what we've played before, and these screenshots and things like that. What emote is that? Okay, good emote. Oh dear. Let me. Sorry, I kind of looked at the browser, and of course, I'm looking at the browser. I can't look at all my other screens and things now because they've all gone behind. Here we go. Hero Quest. Seen this mentioned a few times and things like that. Gosh, I don't really like what they do with the text here. You've got Hero Quest took the board game market by storm with its innovative mix of standard game techniques and role-playing. It was really only a matter of time before somebody realised it was a formula that would work just perfectly in a computer game format. Obviously, this works a lot better in a magazine because you could actually rotate it. The ruse drinking schemes and libido cause him no end of trouble. He even feels compelled to remind LaRue on several occasions, but the penalty is just... Oh, okay, yeah, ooh, Hero Quest. Look, it's Hero Quest. Okay, Mega Traveller 1. They actually call it 1. Interesting. Yeah, very definitely yeah. Dungeons & Dragons role-playing games. Oh gosh, he goes down again. Maybe it's a re-release? No, it's like 30 quid or whatever, so... I don't know. That was somebody from... Was it Hill Street Blues? But yeah, this is whatever Mega Traveller is here. Interesting. Get an overhead map of sorts as well. Some characters in Mega Traveller 1. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to just zoom in on my trackpad. It doesn't always work. And yeah, especially if it has things like that in it. So yeah, these are good adventurers or whatever. Yeah. Of course, we can win this Simpsons pinball game again. Commodore Amiga computer with a TV as well. Wow. And that's the Back to the Future, DX Paint 2, and all those other bits, I think, in that one pack we were talking about. Oh, look. Awesome foursome. You have a Testarossa. Ferrari, isn't that? Some other cars and a boat. Jet Tornado. All these cheats and things like this. I don't know if there's anything fascinating on there. Oh yes, this is the Rainbow Islands thing, as I was saying. Where I took these pages out and put them in the Rainbow Islands box that I had once upon a time and referred to them while playing. Yeah, we saw this before, didn't we? Look, it's the thing called Blogger's Power, which is definitely a copy. And they got to naff off, and they call the what's it? The Federation Against Software Theft against this market stall vendor. Hello, Morbits. I hope you're okay. Piracy is theft. But yeah, that's the kind of it. That was entertaining, at least the first. Yeah, I kind of wasn't sure whether I was or not, and I'm kind of like, as I said, just it's difficult to say. I'm kind of. I'm currently lying in my bed because I didn't feel like sitting up because I kind of feel sick, and when I was up and trying to do things earlier, I kind of got just more and more sick feelings. So I decided, staying lying down is probably the best for the moment. So yeah, things are slightly different. I'm going over Wi-Fi with this at the moment, which should hold up okay because it's not like the old Wi-Fi that I had. And also, yeah, I've got a different microphone. Well, I've got the same microphone, but a different audio interface, and it's not going through the mixer thing either, so it might sound a little different too. But, yeah, we got all our items and things here. I think it's called Doze Island. Oh, you need us to pop off. Okay, we'll have a good time doing what you're doing, and I'll let you know if anything interesting happens, or you can watch the rest of it. I don't know how long it's going on for. Bye bye. But yeah, we might just be looking at this one magazine today, but I don't know. Did we see this before? Whizball. You can type rainbow. Yeah, this is the cheats for Whizball. Type rainbow C, rainbow S, and rainbow T to do different things. Oh yes, GemX. Amos, cool. Yeah, I used Amos quite a lot. What else do we have here? Oh, this is Bullfrog. So, as well as Peter Molyneux, who surprisingly isn't looking quite as smug right here, but still a bit. We have Glenn Corpse, Kevin Donkin, this person who's unfortunately cut off. Oh, it's Peter Molyneux. That's okay. He's already elsewhere. Sean Coop, Gary Carr, Alex Trowers, and Phil Trelford. There we go. More candid shots here. Spug in the centre pick. He might be. They're definitely Peter Molyneux. You've never heard of Peter Molyneux. There we go. Let me just flick over to the non-cam at the moment here. Oh gosh, I completely messed things up on my side of things. Don't worry, I'll be back to what I was in a bit. Let me see. Oh, see, I can't spell it properly. Here we go. So this is the information about who he is and whatever. He worked on Populous, Dungeon Keeper, Black and White, Theme Park, Fable, on that thing I was mentioning, Curiosity, What's Inside the Cube, Goddess, working at 22 cans currently and all that. But yeah, the cube thing was very a unique kind of thing. It was multiplayer social experiment, featureless, minimalist white room in the middle of which floated a giant cube made of billions of smaller cubes and white floating text. Players tap the cubelets to dig through the surface of each layer to reveal the next layer below. And then they found out what was inside the cube. And then somebody got through and they got to appear in a video about the new game or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But yeah. Okay, cool. But yeah, he's done a lot of creative kind of ideas and stuff like that. So all these things, Magic Carpet, if you heard of that, theme park, Dungeon Keeper, as I said, Flood, which is a game that I know from the Amiga, yeah, Black and White, and yeah, I've seen to Goddess and all that kind of thing. So that's who Peter Molyneux is. Okay. Bob higher function. What is this Bob thing? I think they kind of did a little bit of a spelling mistake here. I think they're supposed to just say when. But they was Zen. I first heard of this. I thought Bob must be the name of some cute platformer. It's really a working title for whatever this is, higher functions, or I don't know. Was that a thing that got mentioned in the other games? I don't know. If anybody knows what this game is, I can say. But anyway, there we go. Yeah, we have Populous and other things. Oh gosh, I kind of did a thing there accidentally. There we go. So this person has done some things. One of their designs. I don't know, just somebody talking about the games they've made, it looks like, here. Oh, here we go. So this is another lot of stuff for my movie and TV tie-ins thing when I get to it. The Hanna-Barbera stuff. From High-Tech Software. Oh gosh. Oh no, this is because it's Spectrum and whatever. It's $2.99, $3.99. But for the Amiga and Atari ST, they're $6.99, $7.99. So yeah, they're not going to be the most high quality, I don't think, but they might be interesting. Or Predator 2, apparently. It's another one. Scrappy 2, yeah. Hello, Erodian. Hello. I hope you're okay. The Ball Game by Electronic Zoo. Certainly looks like a lot of balls to me. Let's see, a thing called Warzone. Stormball. What is Stormball? Okay. Interesting. Big colourful fonts. I don't know. That sounds like more like a sprite thing than an actual font thing, doesn't it? Disc. What is this? Are you throwing discs at each other? Okay. Is this still the same game? I don't know. Was that Amiga Encounter? Possibly is. Oh yeah, Amiga Encounter, there we go. There's such a good name for a game, naming it after the system. But then obviously with the Super Nintendo you do get a lot of super whatever. Okay, you played it a lot. Okay. What I can glean myself from the screenshot is just throwing a disc backwards and forwards at each other, but there might be a little more to it than that. Yeah, we had like a And the N64 had like lots of games ending in 64 and stuff. So, Amiga Encounter, not the worst name ever, but definitely not too imaginative. Centurion. You get to do a thumbs up or thumbs down in your gladiator fights. Jahangir Khan's World Championship Squash. You don't get very many squash games, do you? Oh, gosh. So you go, just who is Jahangir Khan? Oh, gosh, no. Ignore the racism. Playing squash at the age of 15, he won the World Amateur Championship, and 2 years later, became the youngest ever professional world champion. Amazing. Yeah, like Dawn of Sorrow, wasn't it? The Castlevania game. Ooh, we have a Tetris. By Infogrames. Don't know if it's going to be officially Tetris or not. Sluggish and badly positioned controls, over-the-top disk accessing, and complete lack of user-friendliness ruin yet another Tetris game. So dear. Apparently Tetris didn't do too well. Yeah, 29. I Play 3D Soccer. Is that the name of it? It's a very strange name for a game. I Play 3D Soccer. How 3D is it? Reasonably 3D. You've got some like sprites and things happening here. Yeah, it looks like a cross between sprites and some kind of 3D thing going on. Looks interesting. Syriacs. Oh, Road Blasters. I think this was a thing that was I had heard of before, but only 37, huh? As long as that's actually links up to that. White Sharks. Don't see any sharks, but I think it's a shooting game. Quest for Glory, another Lucasfilm, is that? Yes, Sierra. Oh no, Sierra slipped behind Lucasfilm and Delphine, there we go. But apparently it's not very good, oh dear. Quest for Glory. Okay. Don't know much about that game either. Platoon. Oh, here we go, another movie tie-in to take a note of. Tubin. Arcade thing as well. Where you're in basically an inner tube or inflatable thing going down some rapids or whatever, and you can like flick your left arm or your right arm and do things. Jungle Book, another tie-in. Interesting thing to note down. IK Plus or International Karate. Always prefer them using Sierra Adventures, Police Quest, and Space Quest. Okay. Oof, what have we got over here? We've got a... It's looking like Marble Madness for a moment, but it's Escape from the Planet of the Robot Monsters, apparently. Cyberball APB. Clacks. People possibly know about Clacks. Vindicators. What else do we have? Tank game. Civil War game. Grand Prix, top down. They give it a score 78, so they like that one. Okay. Switchblade, yeah, I think this saw Switchblade 2 earlier, but this is the first game, which is a little different. What's that? California Games. Oh, this is what we were playing on the links, wasn't it? And I didn't quite get the idea of what I was supposed to be doing. Looking for a totally bodacious piece of excellence? You probably won't find it in California games. Oh dear. Yeah, and of course the things that don't do very well with screenshots and such like that. We have Zork 2 and Zork 3 and Enchanter. It says fooling around with the oh so clever text parser, but unfortunately, at least in this scan, we can't actually read whatever. Yes. Do not venture into the dark or the grue will eat you. They say a lot about the grues here, actually. Grue are not really characters, actually. They're more like personified game over messages. Grue live in the dark. Do not venture into the dark, or the grue will eat you. Railroad Tycoon. Some smug person here counting all their money. There we go. Win a job at Bullfrog. So what do I have to do? Yeah, what do you have to do to win a job at Bullfrog in 1991? An unusual sort of competition. What you got to do is write us a version of Space Invaders on the Amiga. Don't worry about the graphics. Okay. Take such an old, simple and established game style and do something interesting with it. So you got 2 months to write Space Invaders. Peter Molyneux of Bullfrog has given the same challenge to 2 people he knows who he's taught the basics of programming. To have a chance in this competition, you've got to come up with something at least as impressive as what they've managed to knock out. Yeah. Of course, you've got to be willing to move down to Guildford to work for Bullfrog. We're taken on as a programmer. There's no alternative first prize. If Peter Molyneux decides none of the entries are of sufficient standard, he won't take anybody on. There are some kind of second prizes. You can win some games, apparently. There we go. I'm just kind of having a look over these just to see if there's anything interesting to point out. Because there are quite a lot of them, as you can see here. This kind of looks interesting graphic-wise. Ooh, got somebody riding on a dragon and some other stuff happening here. Interesting. Yeah, the Power, we played a bit of that, didn't we? Let's see, let's carry on. Time Machine, that's a good one. Should get onto it at some point as well. Venus Flytrap, Turrican and Turrican 2, wow. They really liked them. They both give both the original and the sequel screenshots. So yeah, Venus the Flytrap. You get to play as this fly here. Pretty interesting game. Oh, and there we go. That's the end of the magazine. So yeah. Oh. So as I said, I'd at least look through this this magazine here. But I'm not sure what else, if anything else, that I'm actually going to be looking at today, just so I can get, you know, enough rest, because I obviously still need it and stuff. At least quest swapped. Not familiar with that, but I wanted to just kind of point out this thing here Oh, you can see it. That's okay. So if I zoom in, this is, if we saw before, there was a road rash novel. So this is apparently some of the pages of the road rash novel. You can kind of mostly see what I can see there, but not quite. But this will do well enough. So we'll start reading from the top here. Lester's eyes narrowed as he looked me up and down appraisingly. He looked up at the stars. "You ain't seen nothing yet," he murmured. I should have recognised the warning, but the night was young, and underneath the moon and stars I let the warmth of fire and friendly conversations wash over me. I fully intended celebrating. And Natasha? I was just playing it cool. It's not that I was scared to talk to her or anything. Then Chapter 9. Over the next few months, we toured the country. The road rash could never stay in one place for too long. It attracted the wrong kind of attention. The local police were harmless enough, but as the rash's reputation grew, so did the attention it received from the city cops. They figured that if nothing else, it was setting a bad example. If they'd had any idea of the casualty rate, they'd have closed in on us fast, and the chicken runs after someone has shouted Bernard Matthews in its ear. Oh dear. The quality here, quality. But there was a tacit consent among the riders, even Viper, that racing was racing. Grudges would be settled on the open road. Nowhere else, and the law authorities were never involved. Who says law authorities? It's either the law or the authorities, but the law authorities. Okay. Within days, we'd moved in convoy from the Sierra Nevada to the long, sandy highways and dunes of the Pacific coast. It was here the first ever road rash had taken place all those years before, and you could tell that there was something special about the place. It was almost as if this bunch of nomads and speed freaks, and yeah, that's where it cuts off. But there is actually, I linked it in my Discord. Somebody reading out the entire novel, so you can kind of have that whole things. That whole thing as the as an audiobook if you wanted. Yes. Hello, fellow kids. I too hate the law authorities. Please tell me all the cool crimes you've heard about and have been committing and all that kind of thing. Yeah. Right. So I think what I'll do here as well, since we're just kind of like doing not much, there was also this this thing here, which you may remember, and what I'll do is actually I'll extend the thing out so you can see a little bit more of things. But yeah, this where are we? There we go. This was the crossword that appeared in one of the, like, I think it was Amiga format at some point. Yeah, you can see all of it there. It's a bit cut off at the top, but that's okay. But yeah, so this is the crossword here, and if you want to have a go at it, you know, if you're watching the video or the VOD at least, you can pause it right here and have a go at it yourself, or look up the Amiga Format magazine. I can't remember where it came from, but there is this, and then after that I did a little bit of a go at it myself. So this is kind of what I did. The ones in purple are the ones I had, you know, I was fairly sure were right. The ones in green were when I was getting a little bit, I'm not sure if that's right or not. And then I kind of left them blank because I just wasn't sure on them at all. But this is what I got here. Yeah, so it's some of the things they're like half cryptic, half not, and half I don't know. Yes, that was just three halves. Deal with it. But it says, "Here the bullfrogs insult your father." So we know they had a game called Populous. So pop as in like father, and you louse, I guess. But it's not the way it sounds like, because it's populous. You don't say it populous. do you? Maybe somebody in the office did, whatever. But yeah, so when it normally say encrypted crossword, they say here, like this, it means it sounds like they're insulting your father, but it's not a good clue. But there we go. I managed to get an answer out of it. But then you go, Antipodean, home of the golfing great white shark. Apparently it's Australia. But yeah, Antipodean, I think that means kind of like, I had to look it up, but it's kind of like in Australia and whatever, and that fits, so it's like, yeah, bung it in, it fits well enough. Yeah, and this one here, spoke clearly, intoned, but 9 dot printed badly. So yeah, it's basically an anagram of 9 dot is intoned. And here, so it won't help your drive is the actual clue here. Poor stance, and then poverty-stricken, poor, and then position is stance. So that's how that kind of worked. Yeah. But then there's kind of other ones which I wasn't... yeah, I said I kind of like the idea of them, especially when they're made nicely, and I don't necessarily think this is made all that brilliantly, but they tried. But yeah, I think a couple of these I didn't get quite right. But yeah, what's this? 9 down was, which one is it? A large bird right now gets good score at hole 2. So obviously it's a golf thing. A lot of these are golf related for some reason. Probably because there's a golf game down here, but anyway. So, where's that again? A large bird right now gets good score at hole 2. So we've got an eagle on the second. I think it's an eagle at the second is the actual way it's supposed to be. But yes, a good score. Where is it? A large bird right now. So an eagle at the second mean like at this second or whatever. I don't know. It's a good score at hole 2. So an eagle on the second would be a good score. At hole, it's yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, present shocks. So present, surprise, and shocks is surprises. So it kind of works, kind of doesn't, but yeah. What's this one? 33. That. Yeah. An ogre is wild, so it's an anagram of an ogre. Oh, an ogre. And then, but it's not thyme, it's oregano. Sorry, I missed your thing you were saying there. Gosh, I kind of second letter the output buzzing about. Yes, that's perhaps an easier version of a cryptic thing, but yeah, there's a lot of other demonstrations in this here, which whatever. What's this? 24. Cross, where is this? Yeah. Is that a snake in your stocking? And it's ladder. Is it saying snakes and ladders? But yeah, this is one of the clues I'm not. Yeah, I'm not so hot on that one really. And then you get this one, 28 across. What carnivores eat? Meat only, and that's kind of more just like a definition rather than the cryptic one. And it's just like, what exactly are they going for here? But yeah, so you can have a look at that, and then I also have their answers as they gave them. So you'd have to use the questions from before, and then kind of combine them with these answers. But if you wanted to know, these are the answers for that. I'll leave them up for a bit just in case you were looking at any particular ones and wanted to know what they were and such. So I'll pop. It's one thing away here. And, yeah, I don't know that I have much else to go over, really. Oh gosh, I've got me in 2 tabs there, never mind. There you go. Because I was watching Starly earlier. And even though Starly isn't around now, I'll do... Let's see what we've got. Englishman down under, employing cleaner from the east. That one's baffled me slightly. But yeah, since Starly did a raid earlier, when I was just starting, we'll do a shout out for Starly right now. Starly POM Pom. I guess, yeah, Englishman down under is Pom, yeah. Employing cleaner. Oh, I get it. From the east means right to left, and then cleaner is a mop, yeah. Very good one. So yeah, Starly was playing Chibi Robo earlier on today. If you wants to see some Chibi Robo, some more Chibi Robo if you were there at that time, then it's a good game, so you can go and watch her play that. She's going to try and do every Wednesday, I think about 3:30 before when I'm streaming. Yeah, I've got books. I've got a book, I mean, of some cryptic crosswords and things, but I never was, 100% good at them. But this one I wasn't, obviously too bad at. But then the actual questions were a bit bad themselves, really. But yeah, so there's that we had earlier. I'm sure I was mentioning this for a reason. Oh yes, I was because in the Starly stream she was mentioning something which I should probably mention soon, because obviously we have all this stuff changing and stuff like that now that we're getting people getting vaccines and things like that. Then my second vaccine is actually due for later this week, as I've been saying previously, so I should probably do this, which is why I kind of wanted to, even though I wasn't feeling all that great, but I wanted to do some sort of stream today, because next, this Friday, I'm probably not going to be streaming because I've got my second COVID vaccine, so I will be well dosed up and probably being a bit anxious because it's after my stream. It's pretty late in the UK to be having an appointment and such, but that's the appointment they had, so there we go. But yeah, so it's excuse me. Yeah, so I'll be having that on Friday, and I'll be being anxious because I'm already feeling anxious about it leading up to it. Yes, thank you. So I'm already feeling anxious. I started feeling anxious on Monday, really, about the whole thing, and I was obviously anticipating it beforehand. So there we go. Maybe slightly why I'm feeling a bit sick today. I don't know. But yeah. So as I said, I'm having my second COVID vaccine on Friday. So yeah, most probably not doing any kind of stream that day. And then the Sunday, which is a couple of days afterwards, is possibly when the side effects from the vaccine are going to kick in. So I don't know. I mean, hopefully I can do a little bit of Minecrafting with Starly on. You have your first on Saturday. Cool. Good luck to not feeling too bad. But yeah, so I might. Thank you, Amy. So yeah, we might. Obviously, I'd like to do something on Sunday for with Starly, I mean, for all of you. Probably some more of the adventure map if we, building our own adventure map if we do. If I feel really up to it for somehow, I don't imagine it, but maybe we'll. Maybe we'll continue that other searching for things, or maybe I can just hang around with other people search for things on Sunday or whatever. So we'll find out. Yeah, so basically the whole reason for mentioning it is to let you know what's going to happen over the next week. And then obviously from the week after that, hopefully things will be mostly back to normal for a couple of weeks. And then because by that time the vaccine would have had an effect, and if nothing else goes dreadfully wrong with this whole pandemic thing in that meantime, I should be going to go and see Starly and West and Stars for a few days. First time I've seen them like in person for over a year. So yeah. That will probably affect the Wednesday and Friday streams of that week, but that's going into June then. And obviously I'll make sure people know when it's actually coming up to that, what's going on and such like that. But yeah, so we may or may not decide to do a stream at that point on one of those days. But it depends. Obviously, as I said, we haven't seen each other for like over a year now, so it's possible we'll just want to hang out and do other stuff and not do a stream. But we might find it fun to do a stream, depending on how things are. But we might have other things planned. Social, I know. I mean, especially me who tries to avoid such things in general and such. But yeah, I think I've figured out over the past year that I want at least a little bit of socialising. Maybe not a lot, but at least some. We could do something like that, yeah. So, yeah, and the thing, as I said, it might not be on my channel, because obviously setting up my stuff at that point, and then whatever. But we might do something. We might not. It depends. But we'll have to make some arrangements and see how we're feeling and see what else we might want to do and such like that. Because I said, even though it's been, I said, well over a year, and we probably have a lot of things we want to do and a lot of things we need to catch up on and things like that. It's only a few days. And so, yeah, we might try to put as much in that as possible. But yeah, we'll see. We'll find out. We'll see how everything is. But yeah, I don't really have much more planned in for today. I mean, I don't feel like I'm getting any lower on energy in that, but it's just like I didn't have much planned. So, I mean, I kind of can open it up to the floor, basically. Is there anything that I've kind of mentioned in the past, maybe said I'd get back to, or maybe you want an update on, and that kind of thing, which you can ask me about now. So this is just ask Katie anything, in brackets, respectable or respectful. Respectful, because, it can be not respectable, but still respectful. But yeah, if you have any questions, any thoughts, any things which I had done or said that I get back to, which I haven't, or whatever, or anything stream related, or anything, me related, which I'd like to actually share. Have I ever committed a cool crime? Well, first off, we'll go for Erodian thing. You'd say, save your energy and look out yourself. Yeah. I mean, because I said at the moment, I'm just like basically lying in bed with my laptop on me, because that's what I have the energy for. Big A new crimes indeed. But yes, Radford West asks, have you ever committed a cool crime? As I said, the only thing I'm going to admit to on stream is the fact that I didn't necessarily commit the crime myself. I mean, I did accept stolen goods in a way, but I didn't know they were stolen goods when I accepted them. So, once when I was younger, I knew, or me and my brothers knew a girl who was a bit of a rebel, and one day there was like this monster truck festival kind of thing going on where we lived, and so we went along to it, and obviously there was this monster truck festival, and there's also these stalls as well where you could buy food and such. And she came across to us afterwards, after we left, and it was like, hey, I've got some nougat, and she like shared it out to us and whatever. And then she was like, oh yeah, haha, by the way, I nicked that from the food stand back there. So yes. Just inadvertently accepting stolen goods. So yeah, so I'll give it a little bit for any more questions as anybody might have, but eat the evidence, indeed, yes. Well, I didn't know what was happening at the time, but it's like, well, I've eaten it already, so, what can I do? But yeah, so was that kind of like accepting stolen goods, destroying stolen goods and whatever, but not aware of it at the time. But yes, if nobody else does have any further questions or such like that, I might as well do a shout out and stuff like that. I think Stars should be streaming tomorrow, so there's a link to Stars transmission in there. It's gonna be Forza if she is, so if you like a bit of car game, then there's some car game for you. If you like other game, like last stream, West was playing Katamari Damacy, which is a good game. Well, not the original Katamari Damacy. What was it called? Katamari something else. Katamari Damacy Reroll. That's the one, isn't it? Reroll. There we go. Thanks, West. So yeah, West was doing a bit of that, and that's a lot of fun. I've got the game myself, and I should play it myself. And I was getting distracted in West's chat, looking up all the Japanese that was on the signs and trying to translate them. But yes, relying heavily on dictionaries and stuff like that at the moment. But I did manage to translate a few things, which is good. But yeah. So next West stream is going to be Sunday, if West feels up to it and such like that. Thank you very much. But yeah, and then hopefully next stream of mine is going to be on Sunday. Unfortunately, you're going to be missing the Friday stream, but hopefully next one is going to be on Sunday for some Minecraft or other. Obviously, I'll keep people updated in Discord. But But other than that, I think this is kind of where we kind of have to leave things. So, was it goodbye, so long, auf Wiedersehen, or whatever? It's not that, is it? If Dali was here, she could tell me what the song was, but let's go over to the non-cam. Because this is where my face would usually be, but it's not there at the moment. And we can play. I will have good restings and stuff. Thank you very much for everybody popping by and such like that. And I'll play the outro song, and I will see you next time. Bye.